Hey girl, welcome to the Black Girl Voices podcast. I'm Shivaun,
And I'm Whitney.
and every week we get together to laugh, cry, shade, and share everything from pop culture to racism.
So grab your headphones and your oversized mug and come and join the conversation.
Welcome back, Black Girl Voices. We are here. I say we are here, but I love it. That's why we are friends. So,
Such a bird. Like, ew.
if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Just birds together.
We're
Just two
birds.
birds.
So this is going to be probably one of my favorite episodes this season because Whitney and I took I don't know, how long has it been? Maybe a month.
Yeah.
We took like a month break
Yeah.
because one, we're human beings and we don't need to justify why we took a month break. And two, we've been doing things and going places, and Whitney's been jet setting and shit, looking all fine in the tropics.
Finally, golly. And I even sent you like the scandalous pictures yet.
Ooh,
They're
I
gonna be
can't
in the
wait
group
to see
chat.
those.
In our
Those,
chat. In our chat.
yes, I'm
Not for
gonna be seeing the OnlyFans pictures that aren't actually going on OnlyFans.
the only husband. The only
The only
husband pictures.
the only husbands. I love it.
How are you,
So
my love?
I'm good. I
Look
am
good.
so much. I mean, I'm a little sick, but what is new with me,
Why you
honestly?
always sick? What is going on over
My
there?
immune system said, "Fuck you." That's what.
Essentially.
Like she is nowhere to be found.
Really.
She left with the milkman. I don't know. Okay.
The milkman, that's scandalo.
She left. I don't know what I did. But so yeah, a little sick, but that's not new. I am so much less stressed this week than I was weeks prior. Cuz our house we closed on our house. We don't move in till, well, by the time you guys are listening to this, we'll have moved in already.
A
But
whole new house.
yes, we bought a house, and y'all, I don't think I sat down. I still don't think I've done it yet, but sat down to really like marvel in how big of a feat that is.
Please
Like, I
do.
think we live in a society that just tells you it's just like one of the things you do, right? Like,
It is
you
not.
grow up and you go to school and you buy a house but it's really difficult, especially like
Yeah.
the further along we get into like this, y'all,
Yeah.
the rates are terrible.
Yeah.
Housing market is terrible. Houses are expensive as hell. Like, I look back, it's so funny because every house that we were interested in, I looked back at what they initially bought the house for, and I just was like, why was I learning 8th grade math instead of buying a house?
I should have been buying a house. What were we talking
Like,
about? Why was I not buying a house?
just wild,
Wild.
just crazy.
Absurd.
So
Obscene. Why were we having childhoods and not buying homes?
honestly, like playing hide and go seek, so she should have been
Right.
learning about the housing market.
Yeah, thanks, capitalism.
Right?
Assholes.
How lazy of us to be
Right.
trying
To
to
enjoy
be
life.
to be healthy, happy children.
God forbid.
So yeah, so I am just like grateful to be entering a new homeowner season. A little scared, but a little, very
I'm proud
grateful.
of you.
My parents had never had the pleasure of owning a house, so this is like a first on my side. Um, so yeah, just doing the thing, I guess.
Look at you
Doing the thing.
with the
But
hair fluid right
yours,
now. The hair fluid.
listen, if y'all
You're
hear
in
a fan in
Beyonce
the back,
era.
y'all are just gonna have to deal with it because the
Oh, they
way
don't care.
the
They
heat
don't
wave,
care.
the
Mm-mm.
heat wave in
Mm-mm.
DC, I think it's like New York,
Mm-mm.
the Northeast,
Mm-mm.
the upper Northeast,
Yeah, y'all are
it is
sweltering.
wild. Like, people are passing out. You can't even
Yeah.
really take your kids out to play.
No, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't
No.
do that. Mm-mm. Take them to like a library, a
Oh
gym.
yeah.
Take them to like a gym class real quick. Take them
We're
somewhere.
doing like from the house to the car to a place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's which I hate because Clifton loves outdoors, we
Of
love going to play.
course.
Yeah, we can't do that. It's
Of
just too hot.
course.
But the
Listen.
new house has a pool, so
Come
listen, I'm
on,
excited
fool.
and start swimming.
look at he's just making room for you. Y'all just doing y'all big
Listen,
things. I
but
love,
I want to hear about the tropical because I have
man.
FOMO and also I need to live through you. So,
You weren't you just in the islands like a few times this year? And
okay,
we're only in July.
that's besides the point. It feels like it was last year. Okay, so I
That's
need to
because you're
live
a
through you.
tropics girl, though.
I know. I feel like I'm not home when I'm
To
not
your
there.
spirit, like you
Yeah,
about to be a snowbird for real. Like, let you get some coins. I feel like it's gonna be
girl.
multiple houses just
I don't
sprinkled
even need
about.
multiple. I just need one in my favorite tropical place. I
Like
don't.
that's it.
Yep,
Just
that's
one.
it. I'm not
Mhm.
asking too much.
Mm-mm. No, no, no. Just one fade
Right.
off.
Yeah, please,
Just near the beach, away
please.
from hurricanes. Oh,
That too.
don't get me started. Oh my God, I'm started. Now me and the Lion sisters we went to Barbados and had a grand old wang dang doodle of a time. Just an awesome time. Just being black, being woman, swimming in pools, barely clothed, just us and some fruit trees in the sun. And man, oh man, it was. I asked, like, we had like when we all got to the house, we were all sitting down, like having our first meal together, just reflecting and talking about stuff. And I was like, I asked in that moment, I said two things. I was like, I want this trip to be medicine. And I said,
Yes.
for my line sisters, I said, get what you need. Like, whatever you
Yes.
need on this trip, get what you need. Because, you know, us as people, us as Americans, but us specifically as black women, we work so damn hard. We work
Too hard.
so
Too
hard.
hard.
I'm looking at all these women like nurses and professors and writers and mothers and just existing in this black body in this nation that has not been kind to black or to women, period. Um, and you know, just that, just existing as who we are. Like we don't have to worry about going outside and being somebody's stereotype. Like you're amongst family and like you could just
That
be
part.
exactly who you are, exactly who you were always meant to be. Like that felt like real freedom. I'm like, oh, this is what freedom feels like. To just be exactly who you are, to live exactly the way you want, to eat the way you want. Um, because I said that this was a no shame trip. And it was very much no shame. And they got me together because there was moments where I had shame because the celu was lighting.
Girl.
So I was like, oh,
I
all
was
right.
living for the pictures. Every picture you posted. Yes, Queen, another one.
I still haven't posted all of them. I was like, let
Yes,
me give them a
man.
break. There were some really beautiful moments. Like just I'll share them later. Because like I said, I came back to the States and got mad all over again. But it was just a beautiful trip, and I was really grateful. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we need that though. We need
yeah.
the space not to
Mhm.
be walking and striving for excellence all the time,
I don't
right?
want to be
Because
black excellence. I want to be black
yes,
existence. Like whatever happened to good
I
old
want to
black
be
existence?
black rested.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
be black comfortable. I want to be black
yeah.
thing.
All that, all of
There's
it.
a lot of black things I want to be, and
Mhm.
excellence is not one of them anymore.
No, I appreciate and applaud where that
It
came
started.
from.
Yeah.
I appreciate that and I applaud it. And I'm not gonna knock anybody who wants to live that life. But for me, just being able to exist and
Mhm.
what that really means. Like what does it mean to just exist? And not necessarily being allowed to exist because I don't want anyone's permission.
Right.
I just
That's
want to be who I am, as I am, with people who love and accept who I am. But even if I don't have that, I'm just going to do and be. And that's good enough. You
right.
know, like, I'm not against, the doctors, the lawyers, the people who are getting their
I
degrees,
love
all
it.
that big stuff.
But
Oh,
that should be
please.
a season and not a lifetime.
Hello.
It should be a season. Like,
Hello.
of course, you're going to have to strive for excellence when you're trying to obtain a goal or reach a new profession or reach a new height. However, we live our life striving for Black excellence our entire life. And that's the way we walk out of our house. That's the way we show up at the grocery store, in
Exhausting.
church. It's exhausting. It's
I don't
exhausting.
want to do that. I just don't. And I don't want that for anybody else. I especially don't want that for my girl child. Like, I want her to, first of all, I want her to know that her mother is joyful.
Mm.
Like, I want you to see, like, a lot of us grew up with our moms, seeing our moms being strong and being brave and living
And
through and
stressed.
stuff like that. Well, that
And
too.
stressed.
That too. I want her to think about her mom and, like, immediately smile. Like, my mom is so happy. Like, she's joyful. She's well rested. She's funny. She is
Yeah.
kind. She gets everything that she needs. She gets it.
Right.
Like, she has fun. She's fun to be around. Like, I want that. I want my kid to have that view of me, you know. And so I have to live that. I have to be that.
Right.
Um I don't want her to think about, mommy was always working, or mommy was always stressed, or mommy was always tugging at her hair, or mommy is just.
Think about, and I don't know why, but the thought has always, like, when I really, not now, but when I really sit down and dig deep into it,
Mhm.
I remember, and it still does, but when I sit down and I dig deep into what kind of ancestor I want to be, that
Oh,
is so emotional to me because it holds so much weight.
oh,
Because am I the ancestor that is leaving the legacy of you just have to keep working hard and work harder and even harder after that? Or
mhm,
am I the ancestor that says, sis, it's yours, go
mhm,
grab it because you deserve it?
mhm.
And afterwards, take your rest and give
Take your
yourself your
rest.
flowers
Give yourself your
and
flowers
enjoy your life because
and
you don't have,
enjoy your
like,
life.
what ancestor am I going to be?
And the thing is, as we, not to get morbid, but as we progress towards that, like, acknowledging and honoring the season that was.
Mhm.
Like, there's a reason why ancestors who promoted work and talked about effort and talked about striving and things like that. There was a reason, and they gave us the best that they had, and
Absolutely.
acknowledging that, and that in itself, there's a grief there too, because, like, that's all you had to give us,
Yeah.
but it's still a gift.
Yeah.
Like, it's still a gift. Um,
That's why I hate that stupid "I'm not my ancestors." Okay, bitch. I think my
I don't
ancestors are pretty
mind.
damn
I don't mind being my
amazing.
ancestor. They're
Right. Like,
dope.
girl, what? What do you
Yeah.
mean? They're like, I'm
Speaking
not,
of which,
I think they talk about it a
can I
lot when
plug a
they
book?
talk about like a situation where like racism happens and they would have thrown hands and they're like, I'm not my ancestor. Girl, your ancestor didn't throw hands because they wanted to live. What do you mean?
Like, I don't
Let,
understand. I don't
let's be
understand.
for real here.
Let's be for real. Can I plug a book?
Please,
It's not a Black
brother.
woman book. It's a children's book. It
Okay.
comes out later this summer. It's called You're a Good Swimmer, and it's by Christopher Rivas.
Okay.
It's a children's book. Go with me. This is a
Is this a
Latinx
row house?
man's. This is. You knew it
I
was going to
think
be a
I've
row.
seen
The cover.
either yes, I've either seen them promote it or him talk about it, and I
Yes.
just said I need to purchase this book when it
It's
comes out.
so beautiful. And people, I think they're gonna ramp up some protests against this book, because obviously it has imagery of a swimming sperma, just because you're a good swimmer, you know. But
Right.
it also talks about, like, the diverse ways in which babies come into the world, not like in graphic detail, obviously,
Right, right.
but, like, there's this whole idea of, a lot of the imagery is fingerprints, and, like,
Mm,
who you are, and, there's this one page that came to mind when you were speaking, and it says your ancestors gave breath to another ancestor who gave breath to another ancestor who gave breath to
mm,
you. And I'm like, and it's and the imagery, the artist, her name is Ariel, I think her last name is Boroff. Forgive me if that's incorrect, I'm so sorry, but her illustrations are so beautiful, because you literally see the DNA and the thumbprints, and it's
right.
just so bafflingly beautiful to think about your ancestors, and how we're just their continuation. We're in a chain, we're in a line, but we're linked together always. And to
Yeah.
think about what they lived through and how they lived, They lived so you could live. And I want to honor that. Like, I know that a lot of people like want to toss ancestors out of the window. First of all, that is not diasporic, nor is that communal. Like,
Listen,
we don't throw people
so
away.
disrespectful.
So disrespectful. Like,
So dis-
that's that American nonsense, that rugged individual bullshit that, like, we made it
exactly.
our own way. We pulled up ourselves up by our own bootstraps because the American individualism is a lie, and that the only way that we can truly make it, both then and now, was through community and through interdependence.
Mm.
Um, that's why everybody's working in their silos, and people are like, don't know what to do because y'all don't have any community.
I was gonna and think about how beautiful it would be if we used our community, if we used our networking, if we weren't like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm not gonna reach out to my network of people to see about a job promotion that I'm thinking about because I want to get it out the mud by myself. Oh,
Nobody
no,
says that.
use your damn connections. Okay.
What for?
And you know what? I think it's something that I said the other day when I'm gonna bring it to sports for just a second. And everybody was talking about Bronny's
Don't get me started.
what is it called? Him getting drafted, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, he didn't earn it, da da da. Here's what I say. White people have been using their names to get their children in spaces for years. Colleges,
And have.
we just saw that whole scandal about Yale years ago,
Oh my
buying their
God.
way into colleges,
So many
buying their
colleges.
way into corporations.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Jones, the owner of the
Jerry Jones.
Cowboys, all of his children and
All his kids
grandchildren run that bitch.
run all up
And
and
you're
through.
telling me that LeBron isn't supposed to use his name and his connections to get his child to the next level? Now, if you're looking at it purely from a sports aspect, whether or not you think the kid is ready, I don't know. I don't care.
I really
I'm
don't care.
talking
I
about,
don't care.
I am here for black nepotism because we see white
Absolutely.
nepotism all the time and
All the
nobody blinks
time.
a damn eye.
Listen, and it'd be the most mediocre. It'd be so
Right.
mediocre.
It
But
just be mediocre white males. Like, I
mediocre.
want the confidence of a mediocre white male, to be honest. No, not the
Please.
confidence, the audacity.
The audacity, please.
The
It's right here in
audacity.
my veins, please.
Give
Uh,
me the confidence of trust and give me the audacity of a mediocre white man.
yeah, the thing that's interesting about Bronny is that people are acting like he was drafted fifth when he was drafted 55th.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't even like he got now. If you got up there and they were like #1 draft pick, I'd be like, all right, y'all, it's a little unbelievable.
But I'm gonna let it slide because just like you said, like, I'm here. I'm here for the nepotism. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We have too long bought this myth of I'm gonna get it out the mud like everybody else gets it out the mud. If I'm not leaving a legacy of
Mm,
something for my kid, then I'm not doing it right. Too many of us,
exactly.
and I'm not saying all, I'm talking specifically to black folks. If you're not black, you can listen, but we don't want to hear from you about this. This is just us
You can listen,
conversating.
but get your foot off the damn furniture while you're
Yeah,
listening.
listen. You
Don't
might
come
be
through.
put out on the back porch for this part of the conversation. So thank us that you get to hear this part. Too many of us had that whole 18-year-old mentality where
Yes.
our parents, as soon as we turned 18, gave us the boot and said, you know what, you need to struggle. You need to figure this out. You need to do this. And I know, okay, character building, yada, 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 yada. Why weren't you building character while they were in your house? That's the first
Character
thing.
building is I'm not gonna let like, hey, you stay in my house and you have your needs met. Now I'm not gonna let you just sit here and rot. That's character building.
Oh,
Like
no,
you
no,
need
no,
to
no.
be doing something with yourself.
Yes.
But why are we putting our kids out like they're baby birds at 18 and kicking them out the
What?
damn nest?
And you think that that's admirable? You think that that's good parenting? Like, you
The
think that that's
thought process I had at 18 was not grown.
no,
It was not.
your frontal lobe isn't closed until you're like 25,
Right.
and you're making all these grown decisions,
And
and
that's
then
another reason too. Like we want our kids to get it out the mud, but some of these kids, first of all, I know so many white children who had homes passed down to them, who had
whole
all of these
homes,
things passed down to them. And I'm not saying like we need to
land,
pass down homes, right? If we don't have it, but do what you can do
do
to
what you
set your
can,
child up for success. And
set
if that
yourself
means
set your
you're
kid up.
sitting into my home
Mhm.
for a little while, and
Yeah,
I am, I'm keeping you on the right track in terms of
yeah,
like, hey, you're not just here, but you're building up yourself,
yeah,
you're learning about yourself, you're
yeah. going to
Okay.
school, doing something.
Yes.
You got to do
Gotta do
something.
something now. Gotta do
Yeah,
something.
no. You absolutely 100% have to do something. But that's the different, like, why are we forcing our children to get it out of the mud to begin with when we have the ability to not?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
why, what does that do for them? How is that
Yeah.
helping them? Or is that just a pat on your back to make you feel like you're like a good, tough parent? Meanwhile, your kid won't even show up for Christmas. Ain't called
Why
you all
and
year.
why do we have the desire that we want to be the tough parent?
Why do we have that desire? What
The
is
tough
this desire
parent.
about?
Like like for me, I would consider out of Trey and I, right? I'm probably the tougher parent. Like I'm more tough love. But I realized the other day that I don't necessarily know if that's because that's who I am or that's how I was raised. Like I was like,
Mm,
because Trey is very loving, touchy, hands-on, give me all the love.
hmm
And some of it too, I do get overstimulated with too much touching. Now I think that
Well,
should be I'm like,
that's
please,
honest.
everybody stop touching me
That's
for a
just
second.
self care. That's just self
So
care. You gotta take care of
so
yourself,
some of
mama.
it is me,
Yeah.
but I thought about it and I was like, how much is this thought process of tough love come from who I was shaped to be, you know? So,
Yeah.
child,
No, I'm the softer parent.
are
I
you?
am. Oh yes, I am the softer parent.
I
I
could see
am.
Earl being stern.
He's yeah, he's more of the tough love, disciplinary. Now, to be fair, he's the dad of a baby girl, and trash, just trash. But he's not gonna make it look like it. But me, oh no, I told him as soon as I was pregnant, I was like, no, I'm going to be the problem. Like, I plan to lavish. It's going to be a disgusting level of love and appreciation and support. You don't understand. This has been welling in my heart. What did I say when I was like 4 or 5? I said, I want to be a writer. I want to be a mommy. Here we are.
Oh,
I know. And we're
look at
doing
you
it.
doing both.
I know. We're in that season. Don't make me emotional.
Let those claim it, y'all. It's so important for those babies to tell you when they're
hmm
saying, "Oh, I want to be an astronaut." Don't say, "Be realistic."
That is
You
realistic.
never know. You
That is realistic.
never know.
Now another thing I said I wanted to be was a pterodactyl. Like, did I lose you again?
There we go.
There we
I don't know
go.
what's going on.
Oh my gosh, it's a hater. It's you a hater today, Riverside. What's going
They're in
on?
the atmosphere. Okay.
Stop
Three.
hating.
Wait, we were at you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
And you were starting.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I wanted to be a pterodactyl, and I'm glad that my mom like sat me down, like,
Okay.
biologically, you
So
can't be a
some
pterodactyl, but you can learn about pterodactyls as a
okay.
paleontologist. And then I wanted to be a paleontologist because I wanted to learn about dinosaur bones. And then I learned about dirt and heat, and I was like, no, I don't want to be hot and dirty at the same time.
Right.
That's not what.
Some
Let me
things
just
make-
write about these things.
You know, I'm glad you said that because it's so funny because my oldest told me at his, when they have like their pre-K graduations and they'll go through and they're
Oh,
like, what do you want to be? And he's like, I'm going to be Super Mario.
absolutely.
And it's so funny because I told him kind of the same thing. I was like, well, you can be a plumber. Like
Yeah,
Super Mario is a plumber,
yeah.
and you can be super at your
You could be
job.
an actor and
Yes.
play Super Mario.
So it's so funny that you said that. And
Yeah,
then my youngest at his pre-K graduation said he wanted to be a fart. And that was embarrassing.
that is
So,
hilarious. No, wait, because I said I
oh,
was going to be shooting people. It's
oh,
so awesome that you brought that up because not actually shooting people, but just
oh my
taking me
God.
with my words. There was a viral video that came out of a little boy, and he said he wanted to be, I think he said a trash truck driver,
Okay.
and
I have not seen this one yet.
the whole audience like was cracking up laughing. Now I didn't see the actual video. What I saw was someone's commentary on that video, because
Okay.
immediately as soon as the audience starts laughing, the commenter said, why y'all think that's funny? He's like, why do you think that's funny? Is that
Yeah.
not? She's like, because you're accustomed to thinking that things like that occupations such as janitor or trash truck driver or someone who works in fast food, you're accustomed to thinking that's like not a good job. But in other countries where like they actually have respect for people who and they know that if there's no trash truck drivers, there's no one who pick up the trash, then society shuts down.
Exactly.
If there's nobody who cleans the bathrooms, then society shuts down. If there's nobody who, y'all remember back in the tippy top of COVID when what did they call them? There was a position, there was a name that they called them. Those jobs. What did they call them? Oh, I'm gonna
What do
kick
they
myself
do?
later. No. It was a bunch of jobs just like the ones I described. But
Oh,
there was
essential care work, essential workers.
essential workers. And it's so funny how y'all switched back from like, oh, these are our essential workers and we love you and we thank you,
We
to
love you, grocery
laughing.
store worker.
Yeah, y'all
You're
laughing,
essential.
right? Y'all laughing at good, honest, residential trash truck,
Mhm.
janitorial, like all that stuff like that. Like, what's funny about that? Like, if that's
Yeah,
what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. Like, you asked him a question,
he
and he
gets to
obviously admires them.
so
Yeah. Also, trash trucks are very cool. If they didn't
so
smell so bad,
listen,
they're
yeah,
very cool.
it for me. I have like a very weak stomach, so that would
Hmm.
be it for me. But one, they get paid a hell of a lot, and
They
two,
deserve to.
yes, they do. And two, I remember one was coming through our alley, and my neighbor knows how much my youngest, like, he's obsessed with trucks, and he was like,
Oh.
"Oh, can you get in your truck?" And they got out and they let Clifton get in the front seat. Like, can I open the thing? And they're like, "Oh no, I can't let you
No, no,
operate."
no, 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 no. No operation, but you could sit
No
here.
operation. But he let him get in and honk the horn, and it's
She's
just
gonna
like
remember
little
that
moments like that.
forever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See?
So it's just it's stuff like that, but it's crazy. You remember you mentioned that because my mom grew up being, I guess, what they would call would have well, they did call essential care worker. She did
Hmm.
housekeeping in the hospital, and that's what she
Important.
did my whole entire life. And from there, she always taught me treat the janitor like you treat the CEO
Absolutely.
because you need all of
Absolutely.
them, and you
Hmm.
never know who knows who.
Exactly that.
You
Exactly
never
that.
know who knows who.
Also, can we just be honest that the majority of CEOs don't work as hard as the janitorial staff?
Yeah, well, that's it.
Let's just be honest. And it's like, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there because
You're like,
my
we
brain started to go, and I'm like, fuck
started turning.
capitalism.
Yeah.
Kind of like low key fuck capitalism, but like high key fuck capitalism. But anyway, let's just keep the party going. We're having a great time.
But I do have a very exciting place for your brain to go.
Where are we going?
We got to talk about the Not Like Us video. Because
Oh my god.
if he does not receive Person of the Year in times,
Just let him have it. Another Pulitzer, please. Another Pulitzer. The levels, the layers, the depth, the thought. Oh
I
my god.
today every day I learned something new about this damn video. But
About the video too.
yes, it. I don't know what I would do if someone dissed me so hard that the diss was lasting for 3 months, and then a video comes out about my diss,
Hmm.
and it's restarted
Yeah,
all over again.
absolutely.
Okay. Number two, I just watched a video today where they were talking about the picture frame that's turned around in the video.
Uh-huh.
And they said Mark Rubik, whoever is the white party guy, the Michael Rubik who does the white party, who
Yeah,
throws the
yeah,
right,
yeah.
he sent out canvas invitations. And so they think that the canvas that's turned around in the video is a representation of the invitation he received and him saying fuck you to the industry. And that, this video dropped within just a couple hours of Drake being at the
Yeah, the
white
white
party.
party. Yeah.
So the layers, child. The
Layers.
layers. I Yeah. So I've seen Kendrick Lamar once in concert. So I was
Mm-hmm.
at um a festival
Mm-hmm.
and he was there, and I was never like a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, like, oh, liked his music, thought it was a good rapper, not like die hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching him perform, and every single song he sang, he had backdrops, and it was a black artist had painted these backdrops, and every song he
Wow.
sang, the backdrop would drop and it'd be a different set of art. and it
Wow.
was all it was like these deep meanings like in the art.
Mhm.
And I think like I really respected him more
Mhm.
after that. Like I was like, wow, he's really like for the culture.
He's
But
very much for
after
the
all
culture.
this shit,
Lord have mercy. He could honestly, he might need to think about this. Are we writing a book? Like,
yeah, for
are we
real.
teaching a class on culture? Just for us. But are we just teaching a class
No,
on
seriously.
culture? Because like the I knew there was something up with Kenny, with Kung Fu
Yeah.
Kenny. But he
I
is
didn't
a
think
real
he was just
student of the
he
culture.
is.
So when he called him a colonizer, he really meant that shit and then proved it on multiple ways.
Yes, when he was like, let me break it down. And I was
Yeah,
like, well, no, sir. You're gonna
purity,
break it down after you call that man a call? Oh God. Oh God.
puriter,
Someone
puriter.
to call me a colonizer would be just call me the N-word, please. A colonizer of the industry that I'm supposed to be an expert in, like
I,
top of this industry,
I,
and you're calling me a colonizer?
you know, it, this all started. I forget the name of the song, but Kendrick had a feature on someone else's song, and
Yes,
he
with
said, "F the big three, it's just
yes.
Big Me." And now he's proven.
Oh, yeah, I think it's just
Just going
big. I
back to that, like, so
think
he
it's
was kind of
yeah.
right when he said, "F the big three, it's just Big Me."
You see how J. Cole kind of bowed out, was
You
like,
know
oh,
what?
I like this. And if I
And
was J. Cole, I did the same thing.
J. Cole is smart. He's making smart decisions.
Yeah.
He
J.
said, "You
Cole,
know what?
I don't want,
I don't have to do this."
yeah. Like, you know what? When he
You're
apologized, I
right.
was like, he apologized because he knew how crazy Kendrick was, I
Not
think.
just that, but also like it's game recognized game. Like I
Yeah.
know that you are a student of the culture, and I respect this culture so much. And it was like a quick flippant line. You weren't even really gunning for me. It was a stray. I had a
Right.
stray hit me.
Yeah.
Like you weren't even talking to me. You were talking about that other dude. So I'm going to step aside and keep writing my songs about being a dad and like
Right. Just, did he wrote a song that was like something with Grippy or something? And I was like,
there was a bunch of stuff that he's written.
eh.
It was one about laundry, about folding
I
clothes.
said, you know what, J. Cole, just stay in the studio for a little bit.
Right,
Hey, babe, you don't need to come out of the
right
studio.
there.
Just stay in
Just
there.
yeah,
Because, babe,
we don't need to do diss
this is
tracks.
you, Jermaine. This is a you.
Jermaine, I don't even listen to you for diss tracks. Like I
Yeah.
listen to you for like black ass
Black
moments.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jermaine.
But I do
We
think,
do love you.
imagine a Kendrick song with a J. Cole feature in this, talking about this black culture and the colonizers of the industry thing.
Oh my gosh. There's so many other like artists too that could get on that. I low key, very, very, very low key because he's having a great moment and she's having a great moment, but neither one of them really intersects. I don't know why I want this. I want to Meg the Stallion Kendrick song.
Oh,
I want it, and neither one of them intersect, and neither one of
yeah.
them like none of those intersections actually cross except for the Drake hate. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
maybe
okay,
just like a little, like it doesn't have to be long. Just like have her in a verse.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Who can make that happen,
Like
please?
I want it.
Because
It's not. I don't think it is, but if
The
it
Drake
does,
thing needs to continue. And here's the thing,
I'm gonna
y'all.
die.
I listen to Drake. Like
Mhm.
Drake has some bangers. Like we're not gonna pretend the guy isn't talented,
Old Drake,
but
old Drake.
yeah, old
Just
Drake.
like old, just like you,
You,
old Kanye.
thank you. I have been saying for the longest.
Old
Every
Drake.
time he would put out a album in the last like 3 years, I'm like, y'all are just listening to this because this is Drake. This isn't good. This isn't good.
This
This
isn't
isn't
good.
good. This
Mm-mm.
isn't good. And everybody's like, it slaps. I'm like, y'all are saying it slaps, and then you're saying, oh well, there's like 3 songs on the album that slaps. 3 out of 20 something.
Yeah,
Y'all,
he's
that
been making
doesn't
like
slap then.
30-song albums.
But
And I'm
old
like,
Drake,
sir,
yes, old Drake,
old Drake
baby,
who used to make music
could
for the
not be
girls who
touched.
like insecure, for the
Old
girls, for
Drake,
the
who was sad over strippers, bring him back.
old Drake who used to make music for black girls who were in college. Old Drake,
Yes,
like, yes, bring that
bring him
back.
back. I don't know when
He could
Drake
have stayed
wanted to
right
cut.
there. He could have stayed right there and made his millions and billions. You
Kendrick
know, he
said it.
wanted
Kendrick said, I don't like Drake when I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acts
Yeah,
up. I'm with you, Kenny. Me too.
we are. We are. We are.
Yeah.
But that video, there's just there were
There's
so
so
many.
much to unpack.
It was too much. Like it's too much to actually like. We would need a whole episode to just talk about this one video.
Seriously.
Um, but it, I think it's not just the fact. It's not just the fact that it's a diss track. It's the fact that it's a diss track being sung around the world. And now it's become a it's become a cultural slogan. They not like us. Like
Right.
there was a the it's become such a cultural slogan that the vice president of the United States,
Yeah. Wild. Wild.
wild, remember where she's from.
Yeah.
Y'all got
Still
y'all
hilarious.
keep forgetting where Kamala is from. Y'all keep forgetting that
Yeah.
she's watched some riots in her lifetime. Okay, y'all keep forgetting that she went to a HBCU.
Yeah.
Y'all keep trying to diss Kamala's blackness. I don't like that. I
No,
don't
I don't
like
like
that
that
at
either.
all.
And I'm
Leave it
tired of
alone.
that'll be a different episode, but I
Uh
think
oh.
there's really a discussion that needs to be had about this, like trying to out black each other. We gotta
Oh, I'm
stop.
over it. I'm
I'm
over
so
that.
over it.
No, no,
That-
no, no.
Yeah,
We don't have
yeah.
to do that. We don't now. I will say I did like that she showed up at Essence.
Yes,
I will
yes.
say that I like that. I will say that, you know, black women are going to support black women because I'm about to say something really mean later on in the show because I have to
Oh
get it off my
no.
chest about black
Please.
women supporting black women. Can I say it now?
Yeah, say it now because you know I like the mean stuff.
All right.
I'm such a bad.
Without revealing too many details,
Okay.
there is a certain situation coming against a community that has fought for the liberation and justice and equity of people. There's an entire community
Okay.
filled with some amazing people. Not all black people. It's not all black people, but it is a community
Okay.
run and led by black people. And there is a person right now who is trying to essentially take that community down with some inflammatory things. If you've seen my social media posts, you've seen me talking about liars, how people
Yeah.
are taking. So this is actually happening right now. This is being litigated. So I'm not at
Wow.
liberty to say a
Right.
lot of details right now, but suffice it to say this: it all comes out in the wash.
Mm.
And I've never been a person to say, believe, like, I've always been a person to say, believe black women.
Yes.
And some people take advantage of that.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
now I have to amend my statement for the first time in my entire life. I've
Mm.
had to amend my statement to say something different. I'm still working on the words, the
Right.
exact words, because I firmly believe black women because black women be going through stuff. But some of y'all are so
Dusty.
treacherous.
Crusty.
Some of y'all are dangerous. Some of
Mm.
y'all are dangerous. Some of y'all will use the tools of white supremacy
Supremacy. Yep.
to take down entire communities that you see are doing good, that you see are doing right, because not because you've actually been wrong, but because your ego is hurt.
Mm.
And so there's always a special place for what's the name of that character? That character in Django that was played by Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh God, what is his name? Because
There
I
is
hated him.
there is a place for
Um.
those folk. There's a place for the Uncle Ruckuses. There
Yeah.
is a place for the
The
Candace
coon.
Owens. There is a place for them folk who will literally just look after self as opposed to protecting community.
Mm.
There's a special place, and that is outside of community. This person is literally lying online. This person is
No.
literally getting money from their community to fight this community that we've discussed, the one that's
Right.
doing real good. And they're lying and they're committing fraud. And like I said, it all comes out in the wash. So as soon as it does, Mama is gonna let the chopper spray.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Just as soon. Because
But
certain parties signed
wait.
NDAs. I did not.
Oh.
I did not.
Well,
So
listen.
nobody asked me to sign any NDA. And quite frankly, this person has no idea that I know all the things that I know and have seen the things that I've seen. But trust and believe, it all comes out in the wash. And that's all I'm gonna say on that for now.
No,
But yeah, believe black women.
believe black women. No, seriously. I think but I honestly, I don't even think that needs to be amended, right? Because like,
Yeah.
believe black women. When we talk about black women, we're talking about black women, right? We're not talking about the black women that have been tainted by the white supremacy culture and actively using the tools of white supremacy
Actively.
to set us back, right? Because we know our ancestors told us a long time ago, all kinfolk ain't all
Hello, Zora.
kinfolk.
Hello,
So
Zora.
we know. We know.
Mm-hmm. We and
So
do. And
listen,
do.
it's gonna come back. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
come back.
I hope
But
so, because I'm tired of this mess. Like,
we've gotta discuss one more hater.
oh, who's a hater, child?
Michaela Skinner.
Hey,
I think that's her name. The
educate me.
Olympics. Think Olympics. She was a former Olympics or
Okay.
something like that. And
Olymp
basically, she fixed her mouth to say that she should come back out of retirement or whatever because she could do better than the team that we got now.
what
Now
she
she
what
did
is
recently
she
apologize.
is she
Um,
hold on. Let me do
because
some
I think
research.
like so she's white, yes, of course. Simone unfollowed her, Jordan unfollowed her,
Mm.
Sunny unfollowed her, like they all unfollowed her. I don't know if she was I think she was a past teammate, like she was on the team. Um,
Oh, gymnastics.
yes.
Oh my.
Want to use this as an opportunity to say that it can't always be your time, okay? And when it's not your time, you have to learn how to be
Well, hello.
happy,
Hello.
genuinely happy for other people whose time it is because God will never
Listen.
spin the block on you to pick you back up, to put you in the car, to bring you back to the party when he sees you can't clap for those that are walking through the
Hello.
party right now.
Hello.
When you don't know how to be in the crowd, you're never going to be on the stage, boo.
Hello. Listen,
Hateration,
that's a word. That is a
yeah,
mighty word.
hateration,
Mm-hmm.
there's no payout for hateration unless you're Kendrick.
Well,
That's a very rare.
that's a different type of
That's a
hate.
very rare. You know, and I love that hateration.
That's defense of the culture. That's not being a hater. Like he said, I'm your biggest hater, but he doesn't
Like,
mean it.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A
Like,
Pulitzer Prize. If a Pulitzer Prize winner tells me that they hate
yes,
the way that I walk, I'm jumping off of a bridge. I'm out of
no,
here.
seriously, that's my 13th
Bye.
reason.
Bye.
I think we're good
That's
here. We're
enough.
done.
That's enough.
I've lived enough life at that
That's
point.
enough. I'm finished.
Yes.
I'm
So
finished. I'm done.
God's never gonna take you out the
Mm-mm.
crowd and put you on the stage if you can't be comfortable being a fan for other
That's it.
people. I just, yeah.
That's it.
And she had her time. Like she was on, I don't know. Do you see? I know you Googled it. Do you
I
see what
did.
year she was?
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm on Twitter. I'm looking for mess.
oh
You
yeah,
know I'm back.
the mess.
I'm looking for
So,
tea.
so this is more of a TikTok mess, I'll say. Oh,
I see. Hey
we're
now.
almost
Listen, you felt that in your
on my
spirit.
chair now.
Listen, you felt
Yeah,
that
I
in your
clearly
spirit.
felt that in my spirit. No, this is more of a TikTok mess. Which I love. Let me say, y'all Gen Z people, y'all keep me up to date on TikTok with the mess.
We
Whether it
do.
be like creator mess or the celebrity mess, y'all are like the Wendy Williams on TikTok.
Y'all really are. Y'all really are.
We appreciate you.
I just don't understand why you even like, honey. There's nothing wrong with being excited for the people who are doing the thing that you want to do.
Or that you used to do.
Or that you used to do. There's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. Like, this is what group chats are for. And I feel like if y'all had real friends that y'all could like really talk to, y'all would act up in the group chat and put
Yes.
your best face forward. Because like, okay, maybe you really do feel this way. Like maybe you do feel like you need to hop back on and do this and do that. That's when you cackle with your girlfriends in the group chat. And it's
Girl,
not public. Like I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe this is a generational thing. The need to put out every single thought that y'all have to the world.
I'm so glad that our social media wasn't popping like
Woo,
that. I'm
Lord.
I'm grateful
Woo.
because I
Well,
just
we also were terrified. Remember, our parents would say, "Don't put anything online
oh
because
yeah,
your employers are gonna
the
find all the things."
we
We
were
are the
more
children of that.
we were more scared of warnings, and this generation is like, bitch, they can't touch me. So,
Listen.
like, which I love a little bit of
Oh
that, but
yeah, I love that.
also, sometimes I'm like, baby, I didn't need to know about your vaginal health
I'm so
today.
tired of learning about y'all's health problems that between you and a doctor. Like you and a
Yeah.
doctor need to talk about this, not me. I don't have nothing to do with
Yeah.
this.
What do you guys think about da da da? I
I
think that it's
don't.
the doctor, baby, and
Right.
I don't need to give you any advice over the internet.
Like I'm not a I'm not a doctor. Are you?
That's why I'm not in any mom groups, because I remember being in mom groups like years ago,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, guys,
No.
I see that my
No.
child has large boils and their eyes
Boils.
glued shut and they haven't pooped
Jesus.
in 45 days. Do
Oh
you
my
think I should
God.
take it to the doctor?
Yes, girl.
Why, why are
I
you asking
I'm
us?
calling the law at this point. I'm calling the law
Someone said CPS. I'm tired of
immediately. Please stop the
that
babies. What's wrong with y'all?
child. And then especially when the anti-vax team really ramped up,
Don't get me started.
yeah, I had to stay off of the
Don't get
mom
me
group.
started. Because listen, I am team poke that kid. Like whatever
Oh,
you need to do
oh,
to keep her on this side of glory, poke her,
poker.
poke her, poke me too, poke me too.
What do I
Hmm.
need to take?
Right,
What do I need to take?
right.
And then it's like, have you guys ever looked at the ingredients? And
What
bitch,
the?
even if you looked at the ingredients, you don't know what the fuck they say because you're not a chemist. I get so tired of that. Do
Right.
y'all see that it has A B C D in it?
I don't.
You
I
know what?
don't. I
I
don't
used
see
to,
it.
and it doesn't mean anything to me because I don't actually know anything about it. I listen. They they get on my nerves. They get on my nerves.
They
They get
do.
on my nerves.
They do. Truly. I'm sorry. I keep getting distracted by your hair blowing. Like, you have your
Listen,
fiance
I
moment.
I'm
Just
living
shake it.
my best life,
You are.
my best. Y'all can't see, but I'm shaking my hair.
I
So
see it.
Whitney sees it. Hey, well, listen, that's enough. I
We'll
I
grieve
feel
about some other stuff later.
yeah, we're gonna grieve. At this point, we should have named our podcast Grievances
Just
because
grievances.
grievances in the best way. It's grievances and reads. We're either reading someone for filth
Hello.
or
Or,
grievances.
or annoyed. We're just annoyed. We gotta have some more positive things on the show.
It is positive.
It is
It's,
positive. It's
it's
liberating.
positively what the fuck we want to talk about today. Whew. Well, um, thank you for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
If you have not joined our Patreon, make sure you join the Patreon.
Get on over there.
Um, rate and review, guys. Okay, y'all are doing great with the tuning in and downloads.
Thank
We
y'all.
need you to rate and review the show. Okay, we got goals. We got goals. So, I hope you guys are enjoying season
Help
2
us.
thus far, and we will see you guys next time.